I call Boko Haram poo-poo white scam. It is a CIA created and funded group. Their weapons come from Libya. We know that the commander of the Libyan, so-called Libyan Revolutionary Forces, Mr. Hifter, was trained by the CIA in Langley, Virginia, and his forces were the ones with European white soldiers on the ground that ultimately, through psychological operations and terror bombings, took down the Libyan Jamahiriya in 2011. In addition to that, these forces also sent arms and people into Mali. They've got a presence in Algeria. And Boko Haram was predicted and WikiLeaks to lead to the breakup of Nigeria into micro-states. There's a larger scheme by the Angelo American white supremacist imperialistic power complex to break down the states that they had invented in colonial eras for their purposes. Now these states are too powerful to resist, in some instances corporations, and there's a need to dominate the mineral resources, in particular hydrocarbons, in states like Nigeria. So they've created this foreign legion with an African black, Osama bin Laden, this idiot. These young women, we've seen the list of all the women thieves. They're allegedly in some impenetrable forest. Northern Nigeria very dry. The Sahel, it doesn't have a lot of impenetrable forest. The same United States is sending 80 soldiers into Chad and everywhere else. They have even more. There's thousands of American personnel already there. This has been going on for a while. The whole purpose is to destroy Nigeria and to recolonize Africa. Mr. Brzezinski, who is Obama's advisor for Africa, along with Ms. Susan Rice, want to break Africa down into micro-states where any corporation that wants to enslave or exploit black people can do it with almost no resistance. So it will go back to the foreign concessionary companies like those that existed in Leopold's so-called Congo Free State, in which 15 million people were murdered in the Congo. So the pretext of these girls, they don't give a damn about black women. The United States USAID pushes Depo-Provera, a drug that causes women infertility. It contributes to them getting HIV, AIDS, and all sorts of cancers. This is being pushed continentally. And the United States alone, I'm calling you, the Washington metropolitan area is a hub for sexual slavery in the United States. We have 200,000 missing black women in the United States. The United States imports some 300,000 women and girls who are put in sexual slavery. How in the hell do they care about 247 women if they actually have them? And this number keeps changing. At one point, the Nigerian soldiers had rescued them, and then this number goes back and forth. It flip-flops more than America claiming who's fired or who they have an alliance with. So this is about the Chinese who in 2010 put down $23 billion to help the Nigerians build 3 oil refineries for them to have more self-determination and creating and refining their own fuel. Everywhere you look, it's about keeping China out. It's about holding black people down. It's about destroying Nigeria. They've been working to destroy the Nigerian state for decades. They don't care anything about those girls. I mean, millions of women have been raped and killed and tortured in the Congo, also at the hands of Tutsi-led, American-supported, CIA-backed people. So why all of a sudden now? Why in a country where there's human organ trafficking in the United States, where a lot of it goes to Israel? None of this makes any sense other than it's kill Blackie and steal his money. And Nigeria is one country that is the hope of Africa. It is the soul of Africa, and they want to destroy it. I hope that the Nigerian people resist it. In fact, it's time for people in Africa to recognize that white supremacy isn't an excuse of blacks in the diaspora. It is an international enemy to all of us, and we have to fight it, or we won't live another century.